Hey everyone, it's Karen with Yes Please Paper Crafts, and in this video I'm going to be talking about storing and organizing scrapbooking collections. Now this is something I've really struggled with over the past few years. I think a lot of people struggle with trying to figure out how to store and organize their scrapbooking collections, because in a collection you have things of all different shapes and sizes. So whenever I struggle with anything organization, I try to go out to YouTube and search for videos, and I'll watch a bunch of videos and try to see if I can get some ideas on what I think might work in my craft room. And so I went out to YouTube and I was searching for scrapbooking collections and how to organize that, and I didn't find much. So then I was thinking, well, wouldn't it be fun if a whole bunch of YouTube channels all got together and did a video on how they organize their scrapbooking collections? And so we formed this YouTube hop. It's called Let's Get Organized. And each month we're going to focus on a different item in our craft room. And so for the month of April, which is the first month for this hop, it's going to be scrapbooking collections. And then each month we'll focus on some other item in our craft room. It might be something like mixed media, ink pads, stamps and dies, 6x6 paper pads, embellishments, washi tape. You know, there's like an endless list of things that people have in their craft room. So I can see this hop going on for quite some time. So I think it's going to be fun to see how everyone organizes their scrapbooking collections in their craft room. And I will have links to everyone's YouTube channel who is participating in this YouTube hop in the description below if y'all want to join the hop. Okay, so I have been spending quite a bit of time over the past month thinking about this and trying to figure out what I want to do in my craft room. And I'm going to be moving soon. And so I started going through different things, and I just decided that maybe the best approach would be to try to make things as flat as possible and to store all of my scrapbooking collections on my Kallax. And I'm going to store them vertically, and I think that's the best way to do it, because it makes it so much easier to just be able to flip through what I have and just grab something. And so one thing that I did realize early in the process of going through the different collections that I have is that there's no one-size-fits-all solution to storing my scrapbooking collections, at least for me, because I have some scrapbooking collections that might have a few sheets of paper and maybe a pack of ephemera and a sticker sheet, and it's pretty small. And then I have other collections where I just fell in love with the collection and I bought everything: washi tape, thickers like chipboard, just, you know, all kinds of items. And so it's much bulkier and there's just a lot more that needs to get stored. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is show y'all all of the different ways that I'm going to be storing the different collections that I have in my craft room. I'm going to show y'all some examples of how I actually implemented these storage solutions, and then I'm going to talk about how to get things flatter and give y'all some tips on how you can store things really flat. So that's going to be my goal, is to try to get everything as flat as I can so that I can store it on my shelf like this, and so that it doesn't take up much space, and that things are uniform so that it fits well there. And okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first item that I have here comes from scrapbook.com. I just have one of these because I just wanted to try it out. I think I had purchased something at scrapbook.com and they had these storage pockets on sale, and I got a pack that had I think 6 different storage pockets in different sizes. I just wanted to see if it was something that I would like to use, and they had it on sale, so I thought I would give it a try. And this particular storage pocket, it's just one pocket. It's a really heavy plastic. It has a flap, and it has a place here where you just tuck that flap in. One of the things that I find with this is it's very flat. There's no gusseting, so you can't really fit a whole lot in here. And I want to say I tried to put about 24 sheets of paper in there, and it did fit, but it was quite snug. And that was one of the other things I don't particularly like about this particular pocket, is it is a pretty tight fit. So when I put this in here, it fits. I think the most I would probably put in there is maybe 24 sheets, and you can close it up, and you can put other things in there like you know, you could put stickers and different things. But I think if I was using this as a storage solution for scrapbooking paper or collections, I would probably do it for really small collections where I didn't really have a whole lot. But I just wanted to share this with you just in case this was something that you're using or you were curious about these storage pockets from scrapbook.com. This would not be my first choice on storing because for how much you can put in there, it's a little bit pricey. I can't remember exactly how much they are, but if you were going to get this, I would definitely try to get it on sale. Okay, so the next thing that I have here that I want to share is this right here, which is this is actually a page protector, and this comes from scrapbook.com, and it's the heavy duty page protector. These are super awesome. I did actually cut off the 3-hole punch part here because sometimes I like to have just a pocket. I don't really need the holes on the side because I'm not putting it into a scrapbook album. I'm not putting it into a binder. And so this works really well. And you can store a lot in these pockets. I would say probably about 16 pieces of paper would fit in here. And it really slides in easily. I'm just going to show y'all real quick. You can just slide a bunch of paper in there and it fits pretty good. I think the most I would put in one of these was maybe 10 pieces of paper, and if you have the collections from like Echo Park, I think they might come with, is it 10 or 12 sheets of paper? You can fit one of those small collections that has just the paper and the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. It fits perfectly in here. It keeps it flat, it keeps it protected, and you can store it on your shelf like that. And so if I have a really small collection, I like to use these page protectors because you can get 50 of these. And when scrapbook.com has these on sale, I think I've seen them go as low as $12.50 for 50 page protectors. And so that can go a long way in, you know, storing some smaller collections. Okay, I want to show y'all this page protector. This one right here came from a really inexpensive album that I got from Michael's. I think it was maybe like one of those Hot Buy albums. So it was very inexpensive. I want to say the whole album with all of these page protectors was $5. So very inexpensive. And so this particular page protector is one that you look at this and you think that it's pretty sturdy. It looks to be about the same quality as the one from scrapbook.com. The difference is that if you have this page protector, you pretty much can only fit like 1 or 2 sheets of paper, and then you can't get any more in there. This does not fit a whole lot. What I do use these for, if I have these regular page protectors that are not heavy duty, I will just use this to maybe store a 12 by 12 sticker sheet or something like that. They do come in handy, but if you want to use the page protectors to store collections, I would definitely recommend either scrapbook.com, the heavy duty page protectors, or the 𝗦𝘁𝗶𝘃𝗃𝗃 heavy duty page protectors. And I will have links in the description below to all of these different products that I'm going to share with you and where you can find them. So if you're interested in getting any of that, you'll know where to go. Okay, so if I have something that's a little bit larger than what could fit into one of the page protectors, I will upgrade to the next level in my storage, and I'll use a record sleeve. This is from BCW. It's a 4mm record sleeve, and the one that I like to use does not have a flap, and so it just opens at the top here, and you can fit a ton of paper in here. This is 24 sheets of paper right here, and you can just go ahead and slide that in, and you can see that all of that fits in there, and you still have room to put more stuff. So you can fit a lot into these record sleeves, and they're very thick plastic. Well, not thick plastic. They're thicker than, a little bit thicker than the page protectors, and they are very durable, and I like them a lot. Keeps the paper flat, and you can keep everything together in that. Okay, so if I have more bulky things, then I'm going to go to the next one here. And this one here, I actually have not used this one yet. This is a collection keeper from Totally Tiffany. I actually purchased this by mistake. I thought I was purchasing the project keeper, and I ended up getting this collection keeper, and I just decided I would keep it and just try it out and see if I liked it. And this one is it's very flat, but it's got pockets. So you have this big pocket here that you can put your scrapbook paper in, and then on the back it has some smaller pockets. So this would be really good if you had a small collection where you had, you know, maybe 10 sheets of paper or less, because you're not going to get much in here because this is not gusseted and it's a very small pocket. But you could get maybe 10 sheets of paper in there, and then you could also have these little pockets here to put some embellishment. So I think that's kind of cool, but I'm not really sure that I would buy a bunch of these, but I'm happy to have the ones that I did. I think it comes in a pack of 3, and yeah, I think you get three in a pack. So I did pick this up. One of the places that I found some Totally Tiffany items that was a reasonable price was actually a store called 𝗙𝗿𝗄𝑠upplies.com. And sometimes their prices are good and sometimes they aren't. So even though I tell you the price is good, you want to shop around, because everywhere the price will fluctuate. So I was able to get some of these Totally Tiffany products from the 𝗙𝗿𝗄𝑠upplies.com, and it was very reasonably priced. Okay, I can't remember all the prices, but prices change so much. I'm not going to talk too much about the prices here, because by the time you watch this video and you're looking at shopping for this stuff, the prices are probably going to change. But I just wanted to mention prices just to kind of give you an idea of, you know, kind of how expensive things are. I want to say this was maybe $6 for 3 of those, but I could be wrong, so don't hold me to that. Okay, so then we have these 2 pockets here. Now, I've had these for a really long time. This comes from Hobby Lobby, and it was branded as the Paper Studio. I think just recently Hobby Lobby has changed the name of these. And at one point they had this little thing right here. I don't know what this is called, but it's got a string, and to close it up you have to wrap it around like this. And then the other one has a snap, and it's got 2 snaps, so if you put a whole bunch of stuff in there, you can use the second snap. Now the thing that's really cool about these storage, I don't know what you call these, storage pockets, is that they're gusseted, so you can fit a ton of stuff in here, probably 50 sheets of paper and, you know, lots of embellishments. The downside to using this is that everything is all in one pocket, so there's no organization. You just throw everything in there, but it's super easy to get things in and out. Put stuff in there, and then you can just dump it out on your table and work with it, and then just put it all back in. So it's actually pretty easy to access the things that are in there. It's just harder to see what you have because it's just all dumped into the one pocket. But you can put a lot of stuff in these pockets. Okay, this is one of my favorite storage products. This comes from Creative Memories. It's called the Power Project Folders. You get 4 of these, and I believe it's $20. But this is really awesome. I love this one a lot. Okay. So you can store a lot in this. It has the pocket in the middle here. So you have where you can put all your paper, and you can put tons of stuff in this project folder. It's got the smaller pockets here on this one, and then it's got a narrower pocket up here. And then also on the back, it has 2 kind of narrow pockets back here. Okay, so let's talk about the negatives with this. I would say my biggest negative is that these are open. All of this is open, especially this one at the top, so that if you happen to you know, turn it upside down, sometimes things will fall out of it. And then these 2 pockets on the back, because they're tall and skinny, sometimes things don't always fit in there too well. So if I have a larger collection, I will use either this Creative Memories project folder, Power Project Folder, or I will use this Totally Tiffany Expanding Project Planner Pages. This one comes with 5 in a pack, and this is a little bit pricey unless you can find it for a good price. And I would say that the price of the Totally Tiffany one is about the same as Creative Memory, if you just look at it like per pocket or per storage folder. I don't know, all these have different names. I'm having trouble saying what all the names are. Yeah, this one I got confused with the other one that was the paper. What was that one called? It was called this one's called the Collection Keeper. And I don't know why, when I looked at this, I was thinking it was this one, which I have purchased before in the past. And I was so disappointed when I got that, because that is not what I was expecting. So if you want to get this bigger one, you want to definitely make sure that you get the expanding project planner pages. Okay, so for this one, the really good things about this one is that it also has the pocket in the middle where you put your 12 by 12 paper. And then it has pockets of different sizes. So we have this pocket here. You have this smaller one, and then there's kind of a tall, skinny one on the bottom. What I really love about this one is instead of having the divided pockets on the back, it has one large pocket on the back. So it really does fit more things than the Creative Memories one. The thing that I don't like about the Totally Tiffany is that it's meant to be used in the scrap rack. So it has this part here, which has the place where you can put it into a 3-ring binder. And I'm putting these on a shelf, so you know that makes it much wider, and so it sticks out from all the other ones. I also don't really necessarily like these things right here. You have to take this little piece and slide it into here and jiggle it to try to get it to close. The big advantage to having that, though, is that you can close these, and so things don't fall out. So that's the pros and cons of the different ones that I have here. Okay, so those are all of the different ways, or the different products that I'm using in my craft room to store my collections. And I decided that I would just try to use the best storage solution for the collection, depending on what items I had for that collection. And if at some point I have a small collection that has 6 sheets of paper, a sticker sheet, and some ephemera, and then later I buy more stuff, I can always take it out of the smaller solution and put it into one of the bigger ones. And it's also going to save money, because if I wanted to use just one solution for all of my collections, I would probably have to go with one of either the Creative Memories Power Project folders or the Totally Tiffany Expanding Project Planner pages. And so that would be quite expensive for all of the different collections that I have in my craft room. Okay, so now let me go ahead and share with you some examples for how I used this, and then talk a little bit about how we can get things flatter so that we can put things into this storage. Okay, so I'm going to start off with just the regular page protector. You can fit a 12 by 12 sticker sheet, or maybe 2 12 by 12 sticker sheets in one regular page protector, maybe a couple of sheets of paper, but that's really all you're going to get in there. It's not going to really hold a whole lot. So if you have, they do come in useful though. I do like to put my 12 by 12 stickers in something just to protect them, because a lot of times if you don't do that, things will get damaged. So I think it's worth spending a little money to protect the different items that you have. So we have that. Okay, so this next one is a Scrapbook.com page protector. That's a heavy duty page protector. You can put your chipboard in there. So if you have a 12 by 12 chipboard, it will fit in the page protector from Scrapbook.com. And I like to do that because that keeps everything together and it protects it. If I'm going to put this on my shelf, if it doesn't fit in with the other stuff, I will just put this next to it on the shelf. So I have my collection, then just have this right behind it. If I have a paper pad, I will also put that in there as well. And I'll just have those items kind of next to each other on my calyx. And so you don't necessarily have to have everything from the collection in your folder or your page protector. But if you can just get things to where they're straight and flat and protected, then you can just put them into your calyx. Okay, so this is a small collection, and for this one I used the record sleeve, and the record sleeve has a little bit more room because it's a 12 3/4 by 12 3/4 pocket, so you'll have a little bit more space on the side, and you have room to put more things. You can see I can fit my whole hand in there. So there's lots of space in there. So if I had the ephemera or had something else, I could put that in there as well. All I have for this collection is the 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper, and then this, I think they call this a chipboard, but it's cardstock stickers, but it's a little bit thicker than cardstock stickers, but not as thick as chipboard. So really nice stickers from 𝗦𝗁cie. 𝗦𝗁𝗄 is beautiful. I love 𝗦𝗁𝗄. Okay, here's another collection that I have that is stored in the record sleeve. And so you can see here that I have scrapbooking paper. I have a 6x12 scrapbooking cardstock stickers. I have some ephemera, some little wood buttons, some sequins, and another pack of ephemera. And that fits into one of these record sleeves. And it's flat. It's pretty flat, and it will, I can put that onto my bookshelf or my calyx, and it'll go in there like that. And so that works out really well. Okay, here's another collection. This is from also from 𝗤𝗏𝗄𝗏. This one's a little bit bulky. If I had anything else for this collection, because I also have quite a bit of paper, I would probably upgrade and maybe put this into Creative Memories project folder or the Totally Tiffany page. But it fits really well in here. I have quite a bit of paper in there and also a bunch of embellishments. So I would say that the record sleeve is what I use the most of. I don't have that many collections where I have a ton of stuff. So the record sleeve is probably my favorite to store collections, unless I have a really large collection. Okay, so this next one is from 𝗍𝗏𝗄𝗏𝗃. I got this collection and it came with a whole bunch of stuff. So it was all kinds of stuff. And so this is an example of the Creative Memories project folder. And so you can see here that I have all of this stuff just tucked in to these pockets. You have lots of room to store things. And I have things here on the... Okay, so this was too big. That's one thing about the Creative Memories, these pockets right here. These are really awesome if you have border strips or smaller items, but sometimes with the chipboard, it doesn't fit in there. And so for the chipboard, I will just slip it into the middle pocket with the 12x12 paper. But you can also put smaller items in these pockets as well. And if you have like a 6x8 paper pad or a 6x6 paper pad, you can also put that in there inside the main pocket in the center here with all of your other scrapbooking paper. And so that's what the Creative Memories project folder looks like when you have it all filled up. Okay, and then the last one that I have here is the Totally Tiffany, whatever that one's called. And so this one is the one where it has the flaps that you can actually close. And so you can see one of the disadvantages of having it is that you have to, you know, close and open it. But the more you use these, the easier it gets to do that. And it does keep everything together so that things don't fall out. And then I do have some things here in the middle. I also have some chipboard here in the middle because, again, this chipboard does not fit into this pocket, even though this pocket is a really large pocket. The problem with the chipboard here is that it's too tall. So if I try to put this chipboard into this pocket, you can see it doesn't fit. And so what I'm going to do instead is I would just put that into the center pocket there. And then I have the 6x6 paper pad tucked into the bigger pocket in the back. Okay, so that is the Totally Tiffany expanding, whatever that's called. I can't ever remember the name of that one. So Creative Memories recently started selling some new organization products. I thought I would share this with you guys, but I haven't really had a chance to incorporate this into my craft room or to figure out how I'm going to use it. Sometimes I just like to buy different organization products just to try them out. And if I buy something and it doesn't work out for what I'm thinking I'll use it for, there's always something in my craft room that will fit in it. So for the this fill and file sleeves, you can purchase a binder which looks like this. This is the Creative Memories binder, and it comes with a few of the different pages, just sample pages, and then you can purchase whatever pages you like to fill up your binder. And when you buy the refills, it comes like this. This is the fill and file sleeves, 5.5 by 5.5 pockets. And so this one has 4 pockets, and you have pockets on both sides. And there's like a little flap here. And so you can just tuck, you know, things in here like that. And so I think this would be really good to store things where you really want to see, you know, the different items that you have in this binder. I might use this for travel, like if I'm going to a crop or a friend's house to bring things with me. But you have the full 12 by 12 pocket. This is just like a single pocket, and you have, you know, double-sided. Here's the 5.5 by 5.5. There's also a 2.5 by 12. You can use this to store border strips. And then there's this one here, which is kind of the vertical pocket. You have two pockets here and then two on the back. And so I just have some extra ones here, but that's all of the different ones I think that they have available. And I haven't really had a chance to figure out what I'm going to put in here, but I need to think about it a little bit more. But I did want to share that just in case y'all were interested in seeing this new organization that Creative Memories has. And if you're interested in purchasing anything from Creative Memories, I'll have a link to my store in the description below. So if you don't have an advisor and you want to make a purchase, you can use that link if you would like. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about some of the bulkier items that you might have in a collection that you want to store together, but maybe they might not fit too well if you're trying to get things flat. And let's talk about chipboard first. So we have chipboard like this, and sometimes that's really hard to, you know, put that in there. It's very bulky, and you also, it's really hard to see this, you know, without having it go everywhere. So I actually thought, well, I'll just go ahead and create this and make it flat. So there's some pockets that I use when I store embellishments in my craft room, and let me share that with you guys. Okay, so I have this one here, which is a MaxTech CD DVD sleeve. This is like a 5 by 5 square. I usually use these to store my ephemera. So let's see if I have one I can show you guys. So like for instance, I have this cut apart that I cut apart from a Maggie Home Florist collection. I just put that in there and store it so it's flat like that. And so that's usually what I do for storing my die cuts and ephemera. Then I have this one here, which is, I think this, I can't remember what brand. I think this is Media Pro. This is a, I think this is 5 by 7, about a 5 by 7, very similar to the 𝗍𝗿𝗄 pockets. And I use these to store stamps and dies, but I also use them to store things that are a little bit larger that might not fit in this smaller 5 by 5 pocket. And then the last one I have here is this one. This is the one that I use to store my thickers and larger things like 6 by 12 stickers or chipboard like this. So what I did decide to do for this chipboard that came in this pack like this, and it's so funny because this is from 𝗟𝗿𝗄𝗃, and it says this is die cuts, but this is clearly chipboard. So I'm not exactly sure why they call that die cuts, but I just took one of these pockets and I added a heavy piece of cardstock. This is I think 140-pound cardstock, and I'll have the link to that as well, where I get this cardstock. And then I just took all of these pieces, I put some ATG on the back, and I just stuck it onto the cardstock. And so now I can take this flat here and just put it into my storage, and I don't have something really bulky like this to put in there. So I don't really have a whole lot of die cut or chipboard that came like this in these packages. 𝗟𝗿𝗄𝗃 is one of the only companies that I know of that packages it like this. And so I don't really have to do this to a lot of my chipboard. But if you have chipboard that fell off the backing, you can try this. But I have an even better solution to that problem, because I was doing something with the Simple Stories collection, and the chipboard was falling off. So I'm going to show you this one. This is actually another collection. This is from Buenos Dias from 𝗍𝗿𝗄𝗃. And this one is, I haven't even opened it. And look what it's doing. Can y'all believe that? That's kind of crazy. So my solution to this problem, to try to get this to lay flat, because I really don't want to take it out of the packaging, I want it to be as flat as possible, is that I would just take a piece of inexpensive cardstock, and I get this cardstock from Sam's, and it's just really cheap cardstock that I use for all kinds of organizational projects. And I will just take some HEG or glue and glue it to the back of this piece, and then just put all the chipboard back in there. And so that's what I did. And I'm trying to remember what I did with my Bunnies and Bloom collection. Okay. Okay, so here is the one that I already did. This is from the Simple Stories Bunnies and Blooms collection. And this was just falling apart. So what I did was I just took a piece of that cardstock, I just glued it to the back, and it's all staying together and not coming apart. And I did the same thing to this one. So one of the things I don't like about the Simple Stories chipboard is that it just falls to pieces, kind of like this 𝗬𝗿𝗄𝗁 one is doing. And then I end up taking it all out of this packaging, and then what do you do with it? So I want this to lay as flat as possible, and so I'm just going to go ahead and glue that cardstock to any of my chipboard that's falling apart, so that I can put it into my storage and have it be as flat as possible. Now this is a collection where you can see that maybe I need to upgrade my storage solution and use one of my other pockets, because I have a lot of stuff going on in there. And I might do that one because this one's kind of getting a little bit chunky. I would take all of this out and maybe use one of these or the Creative Memories Power Project folders. Okay, so that's what I would do for the chipboard. Alright, so another thing that you can have in a collection that's super bulky is washi tape. And so what I decided to do for the washi tape is to just take a sample of the washi tape. And so these are some that I've done already. I had just 3 rolls of washi tape for this winter farmhouse and from Sunshine and Blue Skies. I took a piece of acetate that's 3 by 6. These are just scrap pieces of acetate that I had. And I'll just cut that down. I've used my label maker to put the name of the collection on there, so that if this got loose in my crafting, I would remember where it was from. And then I'll just tuck this little sample card in with my collection, so that I can know exactly what washi tape came with that. So when I pull the collection out to use it, I can remember that I have that washi tape. Because one of the things that I was really struggling with is that I would pull out a collection and I would make a scrapbook layout, and then after I would finish that layout, I would be thinking about, oh, I have washi tape, I had brads, I had wood veneer, and I don't think about using it because it's not in there and being stored with the collection. So I think it's really great to be able to have kind of a visual reminder of what you have available for that collection, even if you don't store it with the collection. And for me, I really don't want to store that washi tape with the collection, because it's, especially the Simple Stories washi tape, is super bulky. So my plan is to take this little acrylic drawer that I got from Michael's, and I'm going to, you know, just designate a drawer for Simple Stories, and I will just put all the Simple Stories washi tape together in there. And then when I want to use that washi tape, I can just go here and I'll be like, okay, that's the one that I want. So I think that's going to work out really well for the washi tape. And then for this one, there was only one washi tape that I had for this collection. So I just used a smaller piece of acetate. I just need to make the label to put on that one. Okay, so if y'all want to see how I did that, let's go ahead and just do it, because I think it would be fun. So I have this washi tape here. This came from the Maggie Holmes Garden Party. And I'm going to open this and I'll be right back. So there's no way I would store this washi tape like this with the collection, because it's so bulky it would never fit. And so I think this is going to be a really good way to have a visual reminder of what I have available. And the biggest challenge with working with washi tape sometimes is finding the end. Okay, this one's got me full. Oh, there it is. Got me full there. Okay, so we're just going to take this and I'm just going to I'm going to leave room for my label up here, and then I'm just going to start putting this down like this. And then we'll just take the next one. I'll just do a few just so y'all can see how you would do this. I'm just going to leave a little bit of a gap. I decided to use the acetate instead of just using cardstock or paper because I wanted to really get a good idea of what that washi tape was like, because some washi tape is very translucent and some of it is not. And so sometimes it's good to be able to see exactly what the washi tape looks like. And then also you can just hold it over your project. If you're working on a project, you can just put it on your project and then you'll see exactly what it's going to look like. So once I have the washi tape on there, I'm just going to cut with my scissors. And then I'm just going to do that for all of the washi tapes that are in this set. And then once I have all, I think there's like maybe 7 different rolls of washi tape, so I'll have that on there, and I can include this and put this in with my collection. Now sometimes you might have a washi tape that comes on a roll like this, like an individual roll, and these are pretty cool. So what I've been doing with these like this is I'll take this piece off and I'll just take this whole piece right here and I'll put it in with my collection, and I'll show you that because I did notice I had one of those here with this 𝗖𝗿𝗲𝗃𝗲 collection. So you can see here I have all these embellishments stored. I have my washi tape right here, and I just tucked the packaging, which was this right here, which has a picture of the washi tape and what it looks like. I just tucked that in there, so now I have that included with my collection. And so I'll remember that I have that, so that maybe if I'm working on a project and I think, hey, I want some washi tape, and oh, by the way, I have that with my collection, I can just go grab it. So I think I'm okay with storing really, really thick items, you know, things that are chunky, storing them separately, but maybe giving myself a visual representation in with the collection so that I can remember to use it. I'll probably maybe do something similar with wood veneer. I have some wood veneer from 𝗦𝗫𝗄𝗃𝗃, so I might like take some of the packaging, or maybe just write a note on a post-it just to remind myself that I do have that, even though I probably would not keep that together in my storage solution. So something else that they recently started selling with the collections are these rolls of stickers. And so this one, I've already taken it out of the package, and these are kind of a pain because you have it's almost like having these big rolls like the washi tape, and I don't want to store this with my collection. So I'm going to show y'all what I did for that. Okay, so what I ended up doing for these rolls of stickers, I took all the stickers off the roll, and then I just cut them at the length that would fit into this 5x7 pocket, and just flatten them out and tuck them into the pocket. So this way it's flat, and I can put it in with the rest of my collection, and it fits just perfectly in there. And instead of having this big bulky packaging, now I have something that's super small and flat that I can tuck into my storage solution. So this is still a work in progress for me. I am working through all of the different collections that I have and trying to go throughout my craft room and find the different items that go with the collection. And so it's quite an involved process because I do have my embellishments stored in bins. So for example, I have this bin which has Maggie Holmes. So all of my Maggie Holmes collections are stored together like this. So right now, if I wanted to work with the Maggie Holmes, I don't know, the Sunny Days collection, I would have to dig through this bin to find those items that go with Sunny Days, and I would have to go to my paper and find the paper that goes with that. And so it does take me a while to try to go through all that and find it. And I'm hoping that once I finish this organization project and I get everything organized to where it's stored together, it's going to be super awesome because I can just go to my bookshelf, my Kallax, find the collection that I want to work with, and then just pull this whole thing out, and I'll have everything that I need that goes together to work on my project. Okay, so I hope that I've given you guys some ideas for how you can store and organize your scrapbooking collections. And once I have finished the project, I don't know if that'll happen actually before I move. I'm probably going to be moving in June. So I'll probably give y'all an update maybe after I move. So it's probably going to maybe be some time down the road. But at some point I will share a little bit more about the finished organization project. But I will give y'all some pictures here of my calyx and how it looks right now, so you can kind of get an idea of where I am with my organization. And I have a long ways to go, but I really wanted to get a start before I move. I'm going through everything in my house, trying to downsize. I don't really want to move things if I'm not going to keep them. But I have to tell y'all, I'm having a really hard time in my craft room. Other rooms in my house, my living room, my kitchen, my bedroom, I'm just getting rid of stuff left and right. But in my craft room, yeah, the giveaway pile, the donate piles are really small. I'm just having a really tough time with that. I just love everything. So I'm just gonna do the best that I can. My craft room that I have now is bigger than the one I'm gonna be moving into. And if at some point during this whole process, once I move, I find that things don't fit, I might have to start letting things go. But for now, yeah, I'm just going to try to figure out the best way to organize and store it, and hope that I can get things moved and it's all going to fit in my new house. Okay, so I do have a short video clip of my two dogs, Bella and 𝗿𝗿𝗄𝗄, that I'd like to share with y'all. So if y'all want to see that, stick around to the end. And I do hope that y'all will go and check out everyone else's videos to see how they store their scrapbooking collections. And I can't wait to have some time so that I can sit down and just binge watch on YouTube all of these organization videos, because I'm really hoping that I'll get even more ideas on things that I can improve in my storage solution. And I think there's always room for improvement, and I love seeing what other people do and just getting ideas from them. And yeah, I'm really excited about getting the opportunity to take a peek at everyone else's storage solution. Okay, well, that's all I have. Y'all take care. Hope y'all have an awesome weekend, and I hope to see you next time. Bye now. Hi, Miss Bella. Can you say hi to the YouTube people? Really? Okay. Okay. Are you going to help me organize? You're helping me? Okay. You going to help me move? We're going to be moving soon. You help me move? Aw, you're being so sweet to me today. Okay, I'm going to hold you to that. You're going to help me, huh? How about you, 𝗿𝗿𝗄𝗄𝗏? Oh, well, that didn't... You're only going to help me a little bit, because you're just a puppy dog, huh? Yeah. You can help me pick paper up off the floor. You can help me chew paper. Yeah. Bella's a paper thief. She likes to steal my paper in my craft room that I drop on the floor and chew it up. Yeah. That's what you like to do. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you're going to help me, huh? You're so funny. Your hair's all messed up. So y'all gonna be excited to move to your new house? You're gonna get a new yard? Mm-hmm. That's gonna be exciting, huh? I can't wait. All right. Yeah. I don't know what kind of stories you're telling me. Okay, so do you girls want a treat? Would you like a treat? You would? Okay, let me go get you one. Hold on. Shh. Come here. Okay, so y'all want, sit. Okay, so you ready for your treat? Down. Good job. All right, here you go, Bella. Here you go, Lily Bell. All right, well, that's all we have. Hope y'all have an awesome weekend, and we hope to see you next time. Bye now.